lovely friends, welcome or welcome back to Tarot AF. So today I have another pick a card reading for you all on what surprises are coming your way. I'm super excited about this one, but I just wanted to put a quick disclaimer at the top of the reading. Obviously, everything that comes up today is based off of your current energy in this moment in time. So if there's anything that you don't like, which may be coming up, or that you're unsure about, or you want to alter those circumstances, you absolutely can with changed behaviour in this present moment. You changing your behaviour and your actions now is going to affect what comes up. But this is what, based off this current energy, is coming your way. So today we've got 4 piles for you guys to pick from. We have pile 1 with the True North Tarot and the Quartz Bear. We have pile 2 with the Guided Hand Tarot and the Jade Duck. We have pile 3, the Life is Like a Board Game Tarot with the Opalite Dragon. And then we have the Modern Witchcraft Tarot with the Rose Quartz Elephant. So if you've never been to a pick a card reading before, hello, welcome. What you can do, you can take a moment, you can pause the video, see which one is drawing your eye, and trust that pile is for you. And what I do is I post the times in the box below and I'll meet you there for your reading. I will see you then. Bye. Hello lovely friends of pile 1. So if you picked the True North Tarot and the Quartz Bear, then this reading is going to be for you. So like I said in the intro, surprises coming your way are based off of your current energy now. So you can change your behaviour and that's going to affect what surprises are awaiting you. But Spirit, let's see for pile 1 what surprises are heading their way, what surprises are coming towards them for pile 1, Spirit. So we have the 7 of Coins, we have the King of Coins 2, we also have the 9 of Cups, we have the Hermit, and then let's get one more as well. So, and we've got the 3 of Wands. Great. And on the back we've got the 5 of Wands, so I will keep that in mind too. And then in terms of Oracle, we have number 6, Love. We have Hestia, Inner Fire. We have Bring Love into the Situation, New Moon in Aquarius. We have Slow and Steady, number 12, and 46, Domestic Harmony. So firstly, I feel like for you guys, there is this feeling that maybe at the moment you don't fully feel that you are being that gentle with yourself in some ways. I feel like you may have been shut off with this Hermit. I'm getting really heavy earth energy here. The Hermit is Virgo, and we've got the King of Coins, so Taurus, Capricorn and Virgo in there as well. But I feel like in terms of your career, your earthly manifestations, maybe there's not been that love for it, or maybe you've been getting by, you've just been doing the slow and steady, you've been persistent in trying to get somewhere so that you can reach this domestic harmony, so you can almost have this safety and security within what you have. But maybe it's not necessarily what you are hoping for and what you absolutely love doing in some ways. But I feel like you may have kind of shut yourself off maybe from what you were growing potentially. There's this kind of woulda, coulda, shoulda energy in the 7 of Coins, and maybe you've really taken a look at everything within your life and you're like, does it spark joy? That's like holding stuff and being like, does this give me joy? And does this? And if not, it's like getting rid of that toxic energy. And I feel like that is the kind of space maybe that you are in potentially now, and maybe you are bringing this love into the situation and kind of stoking the fire within yourself and being like, no, like I am very strong, I am very capable, I am very stable, I've built my strong foundation now for my world in a lot of ways. What do I want next? And I feel like you're not letting, with this 5 of Wands, maybe the wills and desires of other people, the kind of humdrum around you, dictate that for you anymore. I feel like it's your time to really be gentle with yourself and say, what sets me alight, what brings me joy, and with this Nine of Cups, what are my dreams and aspirations and what is going to fulfill me? The Nine of Cups is the wish card as well, and also the Three of Wands, this is like luck is on the way to you. So I feel like it's you kind of getting into that energy space where your fire is lit and your emotional ducks are all in a row, and you're like, I'm aligning with love. And it's not saying I was bad in the past, I didn't grow this, or I could have done this better, or I should have done that opportunity. No, it's like I got myself to this point, and actually with this King of Coins, I am in a really stable position for in terms of my physical outwardly world, like whether that's I've got a great job, I've got a great degree, whatever it is, or getting great grades. It's like you've put in that work and dedication, and you've been really bullish in terms of what you want, and maybe really stubborn and persistent because you've been slow and steady. But now is the time, instead of chipping away almost at your goals in your outwardly world, it's almost time, and I feel like to take that time for that inner light, to block out the external world and almost everything that you've built. Obviously it's still there, it's your foundation, and it's kind of your anchor, but it's almost time to like block that out and kind of look inward and at your light and be like, okay, where am I going? Like the big why question, like leading you forward. And it's like, I don't necessarily know like exactly where that destination is, but you're on the road, and actually your lights within yourself, if you stoke that, that's going to be a beacon for the divine to manifest with you and the universe to work with you and for you on your journey forward. But it will also bring like-minded people that will help you on this journey as well. And with the Three of Wands, I think the surprise coming to you is actually how close you are to that, and how if you realize that you're in this position where you're ready, like you're actively waiting for something, that's the greatest gift, because then you're always going to be ready and open to the possibilities ahead of you. And it's like you're standing on that cliff waiting for that ship to come in, and I feel like this thing coming towards you is this love for yourself, and this with this domestic harmony card, like feeling like your internal world is balanced. And once your internal world is balanced, your external world starts to show that as well. It's all a reflection of itself. So I feel like the strength and the tenacity that you've shown in terms of up until this moment of the things that you've grown and the things that you've achieved stay with you and are you. They are all about you as well. But now it's like you're taking that time and that energy and that resource into yourself to bring that inner fire and to really light it. And that's super, super beautiful. And like I said, with the domestic harmony, I feel like if there's goals that you feel like you haven't yet achieved and all of those things, or you feel like there's something that you want to do and you've not yet done it, you've not yet taken that leap, Spirit's saying, look inside of you, because it's all there and all the answers are there. And I feel like Spirit is wanting to communicate with you and to tell you when your ship's coming in and all of those things, and bring them about. And maybe there's this kind of looking back in the past, like I was saying, that kind of woulda, coulda, shoulda energy of why didn't this grow? But you can look at that with understanding and acceptance and say, I understand that, that didn't go the way that I wanted, or this didn't. But now, like I said right at the beginning, with applied learning and change of behavior in this present moment, and getting those emotional ducks in a row, saying out loud what it is you want, and knowing that you are fully worthy of that, and knowing that it is all coming to you, and that feeling that that your passions and desires, that is love. And when we look at the world through the lens of love and possibilities, that's endless. And that's what I think Spirit wants you to do, is to be really slow and steady with yourself. And it's not going to happen just like that overnight, but once you feel aligned to it, things fall into place and things happen that it feels very overwhelming when you're actually like, actually, this is just the domino effect of me knowing my self-worth and knowing that it's great of all that I've created. It's great that I've done all of these things. I've had these experiences, but maybe they're not fully you. Maybe they're not what you wanted. Maybe they're what other people wanted for you or said you should do. Or maybe you really did enjoy them, but actually they're not fulfilling you as much as they once did. And that is absolutely okay. That's fine. But take that time for yourself and look inside and say, what is it that I want? And wish for that. Try and manifest that. And pour all that love to yourself, the love that you extend to others, the time and energy that you give to others. Make sure you're keeping some of that for yourself so you can fuel what you love and stoke that fire. So I also want to get you guys some cards to end, just some affirmators. So Spirit, okay, we've got communication, firstly, which communicate what you want, say what you want with Spirit, I think is what that is probably going to imply. But let's have a look. Let's get one more for you guys as well. So Spirit, oh, okay, I'm going to take abundance. Okay, we got some big cards here. We got the bonus cards. So we have got communication. Wonder how that other person's feeling. Ask them. Wish they knew how you are feeling. Tell them. You've just been drafted into the communication army, where there is a strict do ask, do tell policy. Speak with kindness and gentleness and reach an understanding. If you don't, assumption will just make asses of everyone, including the person who came up with aphorism. That's a word to say in the morning. That is a word and a half. So I think with the communication, I think it's telling people as well, like with this Five of Wands, like I was saying, the humdrum of everyone else with opposing wills and desires, telling them that actually, thank you so much for your opinion, but actually, I want to do this. Actually, I feel like I want, like I'm being called to do this. Or maybe it's that communication, like I was saying, with the divine, and the communication with yourself of how you are feeling in your internal world to find that domestic harmony and bliss within yourself. And I think that strict do ask, do tell policy. Do ask yourself these things, and then do tell other people what you are feeling. Communication is key here to bring this love into the situation, because it's all that internal work of the domestic harmony. But once we've reached that and once we know what we want to do with manifestations, with any of those things, we've got to act. We've got to make actions towards them. We can say the words, but if we don't feel that, if we don't tell people that, if we don't show it in the way we behave, then it's harder for things to come to us, or it's going to be stinted until we start to do those things. So that's communication. We've got gentleness. I speak with gentleness and I listen with gentleness. I align with the gentlest part of myself, and I take joy in receptive, open and unafraid. Receptive, open and unafraid. I am like a baby deer who's best friends with a baby elephant. The baby elephant wraps its little trunk around my shoulders and we lie down gently on the grass, daydreaming and talking about what sorts of humans the clouds look like. So this is this slow and steady, but also this bringing love into the situation, being gentle with yourself. And temperance is really coming to mind, the temperance card of everything. It's like alchemizing your life. Everything is coming into balance, and it's slow and steady, little by little, and it's all through that gentle lens, that blocking out everything else and really just listening to your light, communicating with yourself and looking at the bigger picture, and kind of realizing that you are in control of I'm getting like this analogy of like being a chef, being a cook, and you're making this massive stew of your life. You can't really take some of the ingredients out because they're already in the pot, but you can balance it out with other things that maybe make, the stronger things go away. Like if you put way too much garlic in it, you can make a bigger soup or whatever it is, or like half it and then change it. That's analogy is going nowhere, Anna, stop. But it's like that thing of you are actually more in control than you give yourself credit for, and you can cut out the things or balance out those things, and bring harmony within yourself by being gentle, by being kind, by saying, okay, that hasn't worked in this grand scheme. How can I balance that out? What do I need to do more of? Or what can I bring into myself so that I'm not, expending myself too much here, or I'm not giving my time to things that I don't want to do anymore. And yeah, it's going to happen little by little. Like I said, it's not going to be a snap of the fingers overnight, but I feel like that gentleness and maybe that how you talk to yourself is going to feel like it changes, and that might surprise you in some ways. I know when I started to do it for myself, kind of realizing my self-worth and realizing that I can be gentle and I can live with live with myself through love as opposed to fears and being like, I'm fearful, I'm anxious about this, why isn't this happening? Instead, it's like, I know it's going to happen, I know, but I need to make the action and I need to do all of those things. And it's from that love of yourself and talking to yourself in a different way, not through your inner critic. So we've also got abundance. Congratulations. It seems you're due for an infinitely big piece of abundance pie. Feel like you don't deserve it? Knock it off. It's already plated and ready to hit your table. Reluctant to take it? Shut your hole. Abundance pie is big enough to serve everyone. So get your whipped cream ready, unless you're lactose intolerant, and enjoy your well-deserved metaphorical dessert. So this is it, the abundance. Communicating what you want, being gentle, knowing that it's coming, balancing out your internal and external world to bring it about, and knowing that you are fully worthy of all the abundance that is on its way to you. There's the little shamrock there saying luck is on your side, the universe is on your side. Know that you are fulfilled within yourself, and by getting your domestic harmony, by feeling like you are worthy of all the gifts coming to you, slow and steady, they're going to come about. And that's all through that love. And I think that love for yourself and like knowing that you've created so much already and so much to be proud of, and knowing that you can flip the switch at any time and change and be something different if you want to be. And that's fine. That is absolutely fine to do. Take a complete 360 because there's so much to go around. Just like it doesn't matter what everyone else is doing. Once you start fulfilling yourself, other people, like the noise, like we were saying with that 5 of Wands, the noise around you, the real people and the people who have your best interest, they're going to want to drink in your abundance too, and they're going to want to celebrate you and come along for the ride. And if they're not there, then shut your hole. Like, they're not going to be around, or you won't need to kind of satisfy them in any way, because when you feel emotionally satisfied, you extend that to other people. And maybe you've done that a lot recently, had a lot of give to other people, maybe you don't feel like you've received that back, but know that if you give more to yourself, then you're going to have more to give out after that point. After you've filled yourself up, you've got to make yourself the first priority. And yeah, Power One, my kick-ass friends, I'm so excited for you guys, all of this abundance coming to you. But know that, yeah, I can't say it enough, that you are fully worthy and deserving of all the gifts coming your way, whatever it is that you want. And this is the thing, and obviously we're talking about what surprises are coming your way, and I think it's the surprise of you can do whatever you love and whatever you want to do and love if you shut out those noises and you actually listen to yourself and know that you're fully worthy of it. So for you guys, it's less of you're going to meet this person or you're going to get this job or whatever it is. It's actually realizing that you can do and be and have anything. You absolutely can. And it's that realization as opposed to a physical thing in your world coming about. And I think that's the surprise, is the internal surprise. So I think that's the most powerful surprise of all in so many ways. So my glorious friends of pile 1, I am sending so much love for you, love for you and to you. I hope this reading resonated with you. I hope the advice was useful. I'd love to hear in the comments if it was. I am sending so much love. If you'd like to see me again, please do hit that subscribe button. Until next time, I really hope to see you guys there. Bye. Hello lovely friends of pile 2. So if you picked the Guided Hand Tarot and the Jade Duck, then this reading is going to be for you. So as I said in the intro, obviously everything that comes up is based off of your current energies. So with changed behaviour in the present moment, you can alter those circumstances and affect what surprises will be coming your way. But let's see. So pile 2, Spirit, what surprises are coming their way? To pile 2, what surprises are on their way? So we have got the Hierophant. We have got Judgment. We have got Strength. Okay, so a lot of major arcana here. We have got the Page of Pentacles as well. Oh, okay, I'm going to give you both. Don't tell the others, please. Oh, and on the back we have the Three of Pentacles, so I will remember that as well. Yeah, don't tell the others that you guys got an extra card. Thank you. Okay, so we have the King of Pentacles and we have the Nine of Cups as well. Fab. Okay, and in terms of oracle cards, we have Healing, number 66. We have the Morai, the Future. We have the End of a Tough Cycle Approaches, the Full Moon in Capricorn. We have 28 Movement, and we have 32 Music as well. So for you guys, what I think is coming is, with this End of a Tough Cycle Approaches, I feel like you've had to have a lot of strength and tenacity on whatever thing that you've been trying to wrap up. I feel like there has been this stalemate for potentially a really long time, and maybe it's because you felt really established in some kind of way, maybe within what you had created, and maybe it felt like there wasn't that movement. Maybe there were other people in the situation that prevented it, or maybe because of the actions that you took, it felt like you couldn't actually like create your own music, as it were, is what I'm hearing. Is like it felt like you had an independent task you had to do, or if you were working as part of a team, maybe with this Three of Coins, with the teamwork, maybe you felt like because of other people in the situation, you had to act or be a certain way, and that stopped you from being independent and being your own person. So I feel like maybe if you've been in a project or something, maybe at work, or maybe there's been a task that you've been trying to achieve in some way, and maybe it's been dependent on others. Not that they've been a hindrance, because I'm sure the ideas you've shared, I'm sure all of those things have helped move mountains in a lot of way, but maybe it just felt like you were really stuck in a box and confined, is what I'm feeling. But now I feel like what surprises are coming your way is that tough cycle is over, and I feel like your sense of independence, your coming up, is approaching. And it's so interesting that we've got the Page of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So Pentacles energy, we're looking at earth signs, so maybe you are an earth sign, so a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. You don't have to be, or you don't have to have those placements, but also it could be just this feeling of, with the Page, maybe you felt a bit like a page in some ways, like you have this unformed energy, or you don't know what to do with it, or you feel like you have, like, it's that feeling of, I'm not where I want to be, or I don't have all the pieces. But now I feel like you've built yourself up into this almost King of Pentacles, where you're a bit more bullish, and it's because of this experience. I think whatever tough cycle it was, you've leveled up, like, but you've leveled up 3 ways. Like it's that breaking out. And I think with the Hierophant as well, there's this person or this situation, potentially maybe it's this thing, or maybe there's this resource that is going to come to you and kind of restore your faith and maybe heal you in some ways and make you realize and make you open up to the fact that there are bigger things. It's like a teacher, the Hierophant. So I think there's something that's going to come to you and maybe slot in and almost break that tough cycle and propel you forward with that movement. And it could, and like I said, it could be anything. It could be another person, it could be another prospect, it could be an idea, it could be a piece of music or something like that that makes you, shakes you and moves you. And I know for me, music does that. Like, I can listen to a piece and it unlocks something, or a lyric can make me change the way and like click a whole situation for me. So maybe it's that, maybe that's what Spirit's saying, and maybe it feels like then the web of the future, that unlocking, feels like it feels like, because the future, and the Moirai in Greek mythology, I'm thinking of in Hercules when they've got that string, and obviously it's like cutting, like ending something, but maybe your string's been a bit tangled up at the moment, or you feel like it's had a tough cycle to get through, and I feel like it's all stretching out for you in a long way, and maybe it feels like there's a lot of work to move forward, but I think you're in this position now where you feel like you're much more in control and you're much more bullish, and there's all this great internal strength within you now. Maybe with the kind of tough cycle like I was talking about, if you've been dependent on other people, maybe you feel like because you've been in this page situation, you've really had to speak out and say, this is what I think, this is what I want to do to try and prove that you're the King of Pentacles. But I think you already are. And I think maybe that realization is coming to you that actually you're not like everybody else, and your thoughts aren't necessarily like everybody else, and actually you've got so much internal strength within you, and your vulnerability and your faith that things are happening for you and that you're kind of healing from this cycle, that's all going to be done by you. That's not going to be done by anyone else, by you justifying it to anyone else. And I feel like there's almost that step back from the situation to end that tough cycle. Like maybe you're even cutting that thread, you're detangling it and getting yourself out, and you're like, I don't need to be here anymore. And that doesn't mean like the people in the situation as well, in the situation around you or the project or whatever it is, don't have your best interest or anything like that. I feel like you're just at this stalemate where nothing can really happen, and it's like, actually, I want a new game of chess. I want to start clean slate. I want to start fresh over and start feeling like I'm in that position again. And I think with the Judgment is that you hear this higher calling, this higher spiritual path, your highest good, almost calling you from this present moment which you feel constrained in. It's like you're in this box, like I was talking about, this stalemate, and actually there's this alarm bell awakening to say to you, and maybe it's through this music or whatever it is, this teacher, or maybe this whole situation, maybe the teacher is the situation and the people within the situation, that actually it's okay to step away, it's okay to tread a different path from everyone else, because actually I see something different for myself. And you've actually already heard that call, and that's already freedom. You're already releasing the tough cycle and everything. It's time really to understand that you have healed, and that surprise maybe of, I can actually walk a different path from everyone else and be independent, and actually I've got all the experience and resources, and I'm established enough to make it work, to make my goals work. And with this 9 of Cups energy as well, this is wish fulfillment, this is getting your emotional ducks in a row, and that's from healing as well. And I think once you look internally and realize, okay, I don't need to shout the loudest, I don't need to tell everybody what I'm doing, as long as I'm confident and happy within myself, and as long as I see my movement forward, as long as I see my goal in my sights, I can write whatever I want, like that music, like that symphony. I can write the symphony of my life, and actually there may be people that contribute, add flourishes, great, but actually I am the one that has got the steady beat. I am the one writing that. And I think it's with that Nine of Cups, it's sitting in the fulfillment that you already have, being thankful for all the lessons that you've already learned, but being open and receptive to whatever next emotional opportunity and experience comes your way. And knowing that by waiting and knowing that you've got that within you to achieve, and that you're not dictated by how anyone else responds to you. Like, if people make you feel like a Page of Pentacles, if they make you feel naive, or that you don't have all the building blocks, you don't know everything, you can learn it. That's absolutely fine. No one has everything together. No one knows everything. You can keep leveling up. That's a cycle that always continues. And I think what Spirit is saying is that trust that you have everything you need in this current moment, and in the future as well. The surprise coming towards you is that you have everything you need in this current moment to move forwards towards the path that you want. You may not be fully there. You may not be fully able to be your King of Pentacles in your future, but you have that raw energy in order to make yourself be. You can see the vision for yourself. You can see the movement forward, the direction in which you need to go, and you can kind of tease out the future and put that line of where you want to be, that King of Pentacles, and slowly move towards it, because you can hear that higher calling for the path you're supposed to tread. So I feel like it's just you feeling more in control, and it's not necessarily like having everything laid out for you and it all being appearing in your present moment, but it's going to be that feeling of, I don't feel dictated by other people and what other people are doing. Actually, I've got my own path to tread, and I can release and heal from the past and know that I am opening up to new experiences. And the future is mine to grab hold of, grab by the horns. So let's get some affirmators for you guys as well. So Spirit, what else does pile 2 need to know about? Oh. Okay. Okay, we got... Okay, I'm not going to do all of those. I'm going to take the last 2 off. Goodbye. We've got 3. Joy. To enjoy something, I simply need to add joy to it. Joy is like butter. I can put it on anything and it will make it way better. Today, I will add joy to everything. Really slather it on. Today, I am the Orville Reidenbacher of joy, and Life's popcorn is about to get it. We've got worthiness. I am worthy of the ultimate happiness. I deserve and accept it. And damn it, I'm not going to feel guilty about it when I get it. Guilt is not invited to my happiness party. I won't even tell him where it is. If he asks about it, I'll be like, no, I think you're thinking of something else, and then I'll run away very quickly. And we have friendliness. Whenever I smile, I make someone's day better. What a cool way to buy happiness for free. Today I'll remember what an awesome power I hold, and I'll take joy in improving lives simply by giving away grins like crazy. Note, in a pinch, money will also work. So I feel like the joy and the friendliness, I think, is probably for this situation maybe that you currently find yourself in, knowing that if you align and realize that the other people probably are just as sick and tired of this situation as you are, or want this cycle to end as well, you can kind of find those moments of joy of the future of where you're going, but you can just be kind to yourself and be kind to others, and know that it's there maybe fears and anxieties that may be feeling like they're putting you down in some ways, and you know your own worth, you know what you are worthy of, and you don't need anyone to tell you what that is. And maybe people have been talking down to you, or maybe you feel like people have been acting like you are inexperienced or unformed. That's what I'm hearing for some people. So if that doesn't resonate with you or click with you, leave that aside. But you can always be friendly, and you can always just grin, but you don't have to grin and bear it. And that's the difference here, is that if someone tells you something or says, you know, you can't do it, or you're doing whatever, like, you can just say no. Actually, inside you can just be like, actually no, they're wrong, but that's fine. I don't have to justify myself to them. And you can just release that, and just, or you can stand up for yourself and just be like, actually, I've got this experience and I think I'm okay, and walk away and just be friendly about it. Because actually, getting involved in the pettiness, the small things, like I said at the beginning, major arcana coming through, that sense of self and the path that you want to tread, maybe not everyone will understand it, and that's fine. People don't necessarily, they fear what they don't understand in a lot of way, and someone being brazen with what they want, or the goals that they want to achieve, or knowing what they want to do, that can make people stand on edge a bit, because they may not know what they want to do. So someone else doing that, it can either inspire people to do the same, or it can make them retreat in fear. And it's not your job to do that. Like, it wasn't someone else's job to get you and shake you onto this new path. You have to do that action. So know that it's not okay what people make you feel like, or what they say to you, but you know your worth, you know your strength, you know what you value, and you don't value that energy. And if it's not sitting right with you, put that barrier up and be like, I don't want that energy in my life. Don't accept it. Don't accept it through your filter. If someone says it, it's like water off a duck's back. Hey, pun intended. Water off a duck's back. I feel like that's your thing, and that you are finding your joy, and it will always be better. And all you have to do, like, your life is already so joyful. All you've got to do is look through that lens of love, and with the Aerophant, living faith every day that your path, that's what you're supposed to be doing, and you find joy in it. So it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. With music, it's so subjective. I mean, I can listen to anything and everything, but there's a few things that I probably wouldn't listen to, but that's my taste. That's what I like. And you may not be everyone's taste, and that is absolutely fine. You do you find your joy, because the people that align, or the people that cross over with you, with your taste, they're going to find you naturally. So be bold, be you. And I think that's the surprise coming your way, that you don't need to allow your worth to be dictated by anyone else. And actually, you don't need to fight back. You don't need to say anything. You can just put your barriers up and know that your future and your goals, that's what you're moving towards. And I think you're going to be seeing that direct movement of where, and maybe the next steps, like the next stepping stone towards it, once this tough cycle with these people, or with this idea, and how you switch this perspective, that's the end of the tough cycle, I feel. Whether that's like the actual end and culmination of the project, or whether that's your changing of thinking, I think it could be different for different people. That's where that switch flips, and that's the surprise coming, I think, for you guys of pile 2. So my lovely friends, I'm going to leave that reading there for you guys today. I really hope it resonated with you. I hope the advice was useful. I am sending so much love. Thank you so much for watching today. I'd love to hear in the comments if it did resonate with you as well. If you'd like to see me again, please do hit that subscribe button. I'd love to see you next time. Until then, I am sending so much love. Bye. Hello my lovely friends of pile 3. So if you picked the Life is Like a Board Game Tarot and the Opalite Dragon, then this reading is going to be for you. So like I said in the intro, everything that is coming up, the surprises heading your way, are based off of the current energy. So with change behaviour, you can change the surprises and therefore future outcomes. So Spirit, for pile 3, what surprises are coming their way? So we have Collaboration Avenue, 3 of Pentacles. We have Supporter of Compassion and Intuitive Feelings, the Queen of Cups. We have Not Interested Place, the 4 of Cups. We have Struggle Avenue, 5 of Pentacles. And we also have Better Things Ahead Way, 6 of Swords, and Messenger of Acting First and Thinking Later, the Knight of Wands. Great. So firstly, in terms of signs, I'm going to get your oracle cards as well, but in terms of signs, I just want to list off, and we've also got Judgment on the back, which I will remember too. But in terms of signs, we've got the Queen of Cups, we've got water energy here, so Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio, and then in terms of Wands as well, we've got fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius or Aries. You may have those placements, you may not, that's absolutely fine. But let's get your oracle cards too, and then I'll get into it. We have 48, financial discipline. We have Medusa, the feminine. We have Moonlight, number 51. Oh, those are supposed to be the other way around, sorry. We've got balanced spirituality and practicality, full moon in Pisces. And we also have karmic completion, number 10. So for you guys, what I feel like is coming your way is this feeling of, with the Queen of Cups, I feel like you are someone who gives a lot to other people, expends your energy outwards, is very nurturing and kind of gives your time and your energy, which maybe makes you feel like maybe there are those people that collaborate with you that give that back to you as well. But I feel like there are maybe quite a lot of people, and if you are, and if you do identify as an empath, and I have a really strong feeling that you probably do, or you allow your intuition and your emotions to lead you, so therefore you do naturally just give yourself emotionally and intuitively, you wear your heart on your sleeve, you tell people your passions, you kind of, that acting first, think later, you're impulsive, you want to spread what you want to do and you want to learn that about in other people. So naturally your interest is piqued with new people or people that are in your life. But maybe there's that kind of feeling like you don't leave much for yourself. And with the struggle avenue, I feel like there maybe has been a closed door in some aspect of your life at some, like probably quite recently in some way, or maybe a relationship that has been cut off or something like that. And Spirit is saying this sometimes happens, this feeling of being cut off, so that lack of known security, what you knew, opens up new doorways, opens up better things, opens that window of opportunity for you to move forwards and away from what was. And I feel like maybe this relationship or situation, it wasn't actually emotionally fulfilling you, maybe in the way, or maybe you felt quite disillusioned with it in some way. And maybe it was kind of like there was a loss in the situation in terms of stagnancy, that you were so looking at what wasn't there, or emotionally you were trying to put your efforts into this thing that you weren't looking at the new emotional opportunities, and you weren't almost emotionally growing away from it. So sometimes with that Five of Pentacles, it's really tough when you have a break or a separation or something like that. And I feel like what Spirit is saying is that sometimes things are cut out of your life voluntarily or involuntarily, to act as this springboard into something new, to close that door fully for you so that you can, it's like that dead end stop, like that door's closed now, it's not happening, and it then opens up for something else. But there's this great saying where sometimes a door is closed, or we're cut off from something or separated from something because of conversations or thoughts or energies that we weren't privy to, things that we didn't know, maybe that the other party or the situation held. So actually it feels like a loss, and that is very real, that feeling of feeling disillusioned, like everything I wanted is not there. But actually I feel like this cut off allows, and I feel like this is kind of present moment, this cut off feeling, or maybe you feel like that cycle is coming to the end, but it opens that doorway. It allows you to leave that thought energy behind, that baggage, and be really disciplined with yourself, with then who you decide to expend your energy to. And with the Knight of Wands as well, this is again, it's this feeling, this fervent energy of kind of moving forward. There's this flight, there's this emigration, so maybe potentially travel has something to do with it in some way, or maybe going home is what I'm hearing for some people potentially, or going away, depending on where you are. But I feel like there's this get up and go which is coming, like this feeling. And with this feminine, the feminine, the Medusa, not that you're going to turn anyone to stone or anything in terms of that, but I feel like you are. It's so interesting, because I just heard stone and I was like, I think you're going to be a bit of a stone wall to people and energy that doesn't serve you anymore. Like, you're going to be not interested in that, and you're looking for the new emotional opportunities. And that's being practical with yourself. That's balancing who you are as a person, having those intuitive feelings, being compassionate to other people and all of those things, but realizing that with this Moonlight card, that you have to listen to your internal compass, to your thoughts, and put yourself first and make yourself the first priority. Instead of giving that to other people, you have to almost put up that wall as a protective barrier for yourself. And maybe you are coming to terms with the fact that that's okay, that in order to, and I feel like this is all part of that karmic completion, like this person or situation that you feel that gets cut off from you, or you feel like it is getting cut off from you, that is a completion of a cycle. In order for you to, that's your learning. Your learning is to put yourself first, and maybe you allowed this other person or thing or idea to overtake you. But now it's that kind of thing of, what do I want? What am I dreaming of? What am I daydreaming of? What sets me alight? Where do I feel my intuition directing me? And I feel like it's almost you being like, actually, practically, I can get there. And with this collaboration avenue, maybe it's, like I said at the beginning, those people that give and take in relationships with you that help you move past mountains. And I feel like there's going to be a great community around you who are going to help you get through this cut-off period. And I think actually realizing that even though you are someone who supports others and nurtures others and heals and reassures them, that there are a lot of people out there like you that you actually have gathered around. And maybe this person or this situation or this thing was something that did that for you as well, helped support you. But actually, these people coming in, or these people already around you, they, I think, know you and your emotions better than you maybe even give them credit for in a lot of ways. And with this Moonlight, I think there's a lot of things intuitively that maybe you know that you need to check in on in your compass. And maybe there's a lot of fear that with the Moonlight, it's coming up with the Moon card. Also, we've got the owl on there, which means a boon and treasures, and it's a massive symbol for spirituality. So I feel like there are gifts coming to you if you allow if you don't allow your fears and anxieties to overtake you. If you address those things and say, okay, this is a struggle, these are all of those things, but what thoughts are in my head because of other people, and can I leave any of that baggage behind? And it's about kind of finding that stillness within yourself and then acting. So I think with this acting first and thinking later, like we were saying, I think it's time now to think first, act later. And I think that's the switch, is that maybe that's your general thing of, I'm always going to act first, I'm always going to give people first and do that, and then you kind of process, oh wait, no, I'm not feeling great, or they're not giving me the same back in return. But now it's actually, I think, time to put that stone wall, those boundaries up, that barrier, and become the anchor for yourself. Set your kind of walls in motion, as it were, and only allow people in that are going to align with that. And that's kind of the acting later sort of thing, still allowing people to be in, but being more disciplined with yourself, with your energy, essentially. I feel like that's what Spirit's saying. And there's so many opportunities coming towards you with this Four of Cups, but maybe, like I said, you were so caught up in what wasn't there and what wasn't growing, or what wasn't being delivered to you through this one person, that you almost, or situation, that you almost didn't see the other opportunities that were there. the windows that kept opening for you. Or maybe you did see them, but you weren't interested in them because you were so caught up in that moment. So it's hard to lose anything, and that loss is painful and it takes healing and time. But Spirit is saying it allows you to build yourself, build up the walls of what you want now. And that end of cycle, that karmic completion, then allows a new cycle to take place. And with the moon as well, that's all attuning to cycles, you know, the lunar cycle and everything. So maybe manifestation comes into play here. Maybe there's things emotionally and spiritually that you are hoping for. And maybe that's time to balance that out and bring that around practically in your life by putting yourself first and not expending everything that you have to other people. So you actually do that for yourself instead of helping others do that for them. I feel like that's the kind of vibe that I'm getting from you guys. That's the energy, is that you will always put others first before you and your dreams maybe. And I think now it's time to not. And that's the hardest thing to do, speaking as someone, I think, who has definitely been in this situation before. But you've got your higher calling. You've got the things with this Judgment card, the higher vocation that you see for yourself. And maybe that is a spiritual calling as well for some people. Maybe you feel called to explore your spirituality and your relationship with spirit. But maybe that path has always seemed scary, or maybe you feel like relationships have confined you in a box or told you, no, don't do that, or that kind of thing. But I think there are those people that are blooming, that are around you, who are going to help you maybe even learn about this stuff, but who want to see you go towards that and become that change. And really, you've already heard, I think, this call of what you want to do or where you want to be going. And now there's almost nothing holding you back. And I think that's a surprise for you, is that there may be no more excuses. There's like no more excuses of why you shouldn't do something. And it's kind of time to get up and go. And that's scary as, but it's on that way to better things ahead, and knowing that you are worthy of all of those better things ahead too. So let's have a look-see. Oh, I'm not going to give you all of those because we'll be here all day. So Spirit, there we go. So Spirit, what else do you have for pile 3? What other pieces of advice do you have? Oh, I love that manifestation came up when we were just talking about manifestation as well. Oh, Spirit. Okay, so we have self-love. I openly embrace a feeling of self-love, the PG kind. I love myself because I understand myself. I love myself as the most committed partner I will ever have. I show myself love any way that I can, and when I screw up, I remember to be sweet and gentle with myself. If not, I'm going to make myself sleep on the couch. Got that, self? So, like I was saying, being a nurturing and healing and reassuring presence for others and putting yourself first, that is all that self-love. But also, do you speak to yourself in the way that you do to your friends? Do you give yourself the same advice? Do you give yourself the same gentleness and honesty and forgiveness as well? Like, if you're giving advice to a friend, I'm sure you are listening. I'm sure you have the best advice. I'm sure you are gentle and kind. Do you do that? Do you speak to yourself as if you were your best friend? Saying, it's okay, don't worry, we'll get through this, we can do this, we can do that. I think that's, Spirit is saying that's the way that now, by cutting out those people that maybe don't make you always feel like this, is the way to that. And we've also got manifestation. If you could have anything you wanted, what would it be? Get specific and get greedy. You are holding a magic wand and you can conjure up anything. Could it be that when you declare your wishes out loud, you're actually casting a spell for your dreams to come true? Or is it just that in a very practical sense, the more people you speak with about your desires, the more folks there are and who know what you want and might have the means to help you make them happen? Either way, stop waiting and start manifesting, but don't use the word if you don't want to. So yeah, collaboration avenue. I feel like there's those things that you want And with the moonlight as well, like I was saying, that like the fears and anxieties may be keeping you like past, but maybe the moon cycles, maybe that manifestation is coming, like, and you need to start telling the right people. Maybe the struggle is that you felt cut off from your people in some way, or like I was saying, expending energy into a relationship that didn't, or a project, or whatever it was. It doesn't matter now, because now the more people you speak about what you want with, and that's all from that self-love of knowing that you deserve those things too, then that's like casting a spell for your dreams. And the moonlight, the witch's part, I can see it all, but it's that thing of creating the magic in your life and being disciplined with who you tell about that, but listening to your emotions and attuning to them. And yeah, maybe there's someone already in your life that has the means to help you on your journey forward as well. So we've also got vitality. I am healthy and vital and strong. My radiant love of life fills me with healthy, vital and strong cells. Each cell is a warrior. Everyone has its own sword and shield. I dare you to try and penetrate my cellular army. Didn't think so, chump. So yeah, this is the boundaries, the stone wall, as it were. Like every part of you, every fiber, there's that kind of strength in opposition, that strength of sometimes keeping your guard up, but that's the difference. It's keeping your guard up against things that don't fill you with love, that don't make you feel healthy and vital and strong. And you can let your guard down for those people, those collaborators, those people that expend the same energy to you. And I think that's almost where you're going to be. And the surprise coming to you is almost identifying and stopping, almost cutting off and being strong against the people or things that no longer make you feel like that. And it's almost that daring of, I'm really strong. I've got this self-love for myself. And actually, I know the people that serve my purpose. And like I said about that cutting off, you can do it involuntarily or voluntarily. And maybe that's the thing. Maybe you are actually the one to be closing the doors on things that no longer serve you and doing that accounting of your life, because that's all from that discipline. And it may not feel like your natural mode with that kind of Pisces energy, but also that kind of supporter of compassion, that Queen of Cups energy of, wanting to be there and nurturing other people. But I think you've got to be practical and be like, actually, is this relationship or is this thing stopping me from doing what I want? And that's, I think, the surprise coming to you is maybe the people and the things and the situations, that you are able to cut out, that do no longer serve you. So my lovely friends of pile 3, I'm going to leave that reading there for you guys today. I really hope it resonated with you. I'd love to hear in the comments if it did. If you'd like to see me again, I'd love to see you there. Please do hit that subscribe button. Until next time, so much love to you all. Bye. Hi lovely friends of pile 4. So if you picked the Modern Witch Tarot and also the Rose Quartz Elephant, then this reading is going to be for you. So if you skipped past the intro spiel, then this reading is what surprises are coming your way, but it's all based off of your current energy. So with changed behaviour in the present moment, you can absolutely affect your future and therefore the outcome. So let's see, pile 4, what surprises are in store for you? What surprises are coming your way? So we have the 7 of Wands. What surprises are coming pile 4's way, Spirit? What surprises are on their way? We have the Knight of Swords as well. We have the 2 of Swords. We also have the Hanged One. Spirit, what surprises are coming their way? And we also have the 2 of Cups. And on the back, we have the Two of Pentacles. So we've got 222 here as well. And also under that, we've got the star as well, which I will remember. But yeah, 222. Yeah. Okay, wow. I love this. Balance and bringing about new things. So let's have a look-see about your oracle cards as well. We have number 8, manifestation, and that's with the star as well. Dream fulfillment, wish fulfillment. Okay, wow. We have Demeter, we have mother as well. We have look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. We have home, 27, and we have domestic harmony, 46. So I think what's coming your way and what surprises are coming your way are options or opportunities. And that feels very broad to say in that way, but I feel like it's like out with the old, in with the new. I get really heavy with this Knight of Swords, really heavy air energy. So maybe you're a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini, or maybe you have those placements. You do not have to. Like I said, we've got a lot on the table in that respect. But I feel like ultimately it's charging into a new direction and fully kind of shooting your shot and seeing where you want to go with this. Look at the bigger picture. I feel like maybe there's been minor inconveniences or feeling like you've been on this ledge having to fight off a lot of things or people, other people's wills, desires, just a lot of things coming at you, and almost you feel like you're running out of steam, maybe in that defensiveness, in the fact that you're always on, maybe you don't feel like you're on the back foot, but you're not attacking anything, you're not moving forward. And I feel like now is your time to really cut through the bull, as it was, of the situation, and actually be like, I don't need to fight people or things anymore that don't fulfill me and don't serve me. And I think it's with this manifestation, or also this home, I feel like it's almost coming home to yourself, and maybe it's feeling at home with a new path. And with this Hanged one, that's all about, it's 12 is the number of fate, but obviously I think with fate it's a little bit tricky, but it's a self-enlightenment that actually, like, you can sit still, like you are the arrow, as it were, and you're just waiting, or like the arrow and the bow together. You are the archer, like shooting your shot, seeing where you want to go and charging towards it. And I think with the Two of Swords, with the Two of Cups and the Two of Pentacles, there's this balance. There's a new opportunity with the Two of Cups. Maybe it's a new person as well. Two of Cups is a soulmate card, so it could be in terms of love coming your way, or it could be the love of an idea or a project or something like that. But I think it really makes this skew, whatever it is, whatever that reciprocation and that rare attraction is to something. I think this new emotional opportunity carves your path very, very quick, like clearly. And maybe you've even been manifesting that for yourself. Maybe you've been hoping and dreaming about it with that star card. Maybe there's been stillness within you whilst you haven't been having to fight off other things and other people. But actually now it's like giving up the ghost in a way, is what I'm hearing. Is like you actually giving up fighting everyone or fighting off other things, and actually being like, I can step away from this situation. I have the vantage point. So actually I can put down, I don't need to fight anyone on this, as long as I'm happy, as long as I'm doing what I want, as long as I'm being fulfilled and I'm pouring my hopes and dreams into what I want and the guidance that I have maybe in the universe, and knowing that the universe works for you, I can bring about what I want and what I see. And I think there's this connection to love with that Two of Cups, connection to what you love doing, and that's the feeling of being at home. And we've also got the owl peeking through as well on this card, which is a massive symbol of treasures and boons on their way. So I feel like there's a lot of offers and gifts, and it really, like I said, skews that path between head and heart. And it's like the old way and the new way. You can either carry on down the road, keep feeling like you're on the back foot, or that you're having to fight off. You're still strong, you're still defending yourself, but like I said, you can run out of steam on that. Or there's this new intuitive pull like the waters of emotions behind you, which maybe you feel blinded to or you had for some time, which are healing and cleansing. And that's almost something that you can move towards. And you're still yourself, you're still thoughtful and logical about it and how you're practically going to bring it around. You can be that kind of mother to yourself, the adult. But a mother as well has so much like deep emotions running through. So I feel like you can be practical, you can be sensible, you can be all of those things, you can have the logistics planned out, but this is your time, I think, it's like with Demeter as well, I get the Empress card is like flashing in front of my eyes for me, because Demeter is the harvest, but also is mother to Persephone, and they would go tending to seasons in the earth essentially. And I get that sense of this is your time to be a cultivator and cultivate your life and what you're growing. And with that home, like there's a lot there's so much going on, but it's your time to like weed out that which doesn't serve you anymore. And that's with that Two of Pentacles as well, is that balancing out, seeing which options work for you, because I feel like there's so many things coming your way. And actually there's this self-enlightenment of what is it that I actually want, and almost knowing that you don't have to, like, all of it's going to be coming to you and no one else can take that away in some ways. Like, you have the ability to sit still and find that stillness within yourself, look at the picture of your life and be like, what is it? Do I want to plant that seed? Do I want to plant this seed? Do I want to grow that? Great, I can put my love towards that. And it just feels like you get a bird's eye view of your life is what I'm seeing for you guys. And then you can fully charge and bulldoze and be skilled and brave and all of those things towards what you want and communicate that. But you don't have to communicate it to everyone and everything. You can charge forward like boldly towards your goals and towards your destination and towards your home, with that sense of domestic harmony within yourself, with that internalized like love for what you're doing and that balance. But with the Knight of Swords, that's all about action. And I feel like you are going to be able to direct it once you make that decision. So maybe it's like taking the horse at a bit of a slower pace, because sometimes the Knight of Swords can charge so quickly and can almost bulldoze over. But now is the time for a little bit more stillness, and you'll know your opportunity when you can move forward, when you can charge and direct it in where you want to go. But there's so much with the Two of Pentacles as well. There's so much gaiety and happiness as well in being able to feel like you are that cultivator, that you can grow whatever you want to grow at this time. If you like release that past path, that tangent, and this is your new opportunity, like a fork in the road. But it's something that I think with the manifestation that you've already been hoping on, that you've already been like setting your sights on. So trust it when it comes to you, and know that it's exactly what you're manifesting. Sometimes when manifestations come true, or things or opportunities come into our life, we get thrown off kilter a bit, like, is this for me? I did ask for it, but is this the opportunity? Wait, what? And it's really quite jarring sometimes. But take that time to stand still and say, okay, cool. This has grown from something that I've already planted, but I've got this new seed. What do I want? Like, can I do both, or do I need to drop one? And it's that kind of practicality and that oversight, like I said, of expending your energy in the right way and knowing that you're going to see the opportunity to charge when you have it. So let's also get you some affirmators as well. So Spirit, what else does my lovely friend of Powerful need to know? What other pieces of advice do you have for them? Okay. We get you on the floor. Okay, no need to do. So this is this hanged one situation as well. No need to do. I'm exactly where I need to be, exactly when I need to be. There's nothing more I need to do. I mean, yes, there will always be laundry and taxes, but in terms of my life's path, I don't need to do anything because I am already here. I take a breath, relax, and trust, and then do laundry. So yeah, trusting that you are on the path, that you are already there, and it's okay to surrender to the things coming to you. And it's that, like I said, self-enlightenment of, yes, there's always the to-do list. Yes, there's always things. Yes, I need to do this. Yes, maybe there's other things pulling me away, but actually you are home and your body is your home. Everything you could ever have, want or need is already within you, and all the thoughts are there ready to go. And you can take a deep breath, relax, and trust that things are coming to you, coming on their way. And it doesn't matter at the speed of which everyone else is going, or whether people trample over you with their ideas and everything. You know what's meant for you. You know what you want with that star. You know what guides you. You know what you're pouring your faith and hope into. It's vulnerable. It being like that, in saying what it is you want, and standing proudly, but you don't need to fight other people on it. Not everyone can see what you want and loves what you do. So do you. Go for it. Find that domestic harmony within yourself, and like, always love yourself first, because that love is just going to come back to you tenfold. And it may not be from like other people from the outside, but it's from that love of what you're doing, that reciprocated of that idea and everything. If you love what you do, if you find that fire, then you're always going to be able to stoke it. You're always going to be able to run emotion into it if it makes you happy, if it makes you glad. We also have trust. Again, with the trust, I trust that everything will be okay in the end, partly because I simply know it in my gut, but also because it's way more fun to live with trust and confidence than to be a defensive wiener. What did I set defensiveness? Exactly. Like, trust that you are going to be okay, that you have the vantage point in your life, that things are happening for you with that Hanged One. Trust that you are on the right path and you can be there. You can hang in that faith and know that things are going to come to you. And trust your gut. Trust what you see in front of you. Trust what opportunities are there. You can make it work. You absolutely can. Like I said, you have all the things that you need in order to create exactly what you want. And yes, there's always going to be things lurking. There's always fears and anxieties underneath the surface. But you can say to those fears and anxieties that, actually, thanks for coming up. You're my inner critic, or your words and thoughts from someone else's ideas of what I can and can't do. And actually, I can trust that things are going to happen for me, and I can trust this idea because it aligns with me, it aligns with my home, it aligns what I want in my life. And we also have clarity. Stopping to listen to my inner self, I can easily separate my intuition from my mental chatter. Oh my goodness. I didn't even look down at this card, and I just love it. So inner critic and your intuition and knowing what's right for you. The clarity of my intuition is a sweet, simple fruit that tastes familiar. And the mental chatter is a confusing, bitter rind that I shall peel off and chuck into the garbage or compost heap if your mental chatter happens to be organic. So exactly, the mental chatter, a lot of the time, fears and anxieties that crop up for us, or thoughts that do, are the voices of someone else. So I think I've used this example in a video, so I'm sorry if you picked that pile before, but my mum is terrified of heights. And I don't mind heights. I love a roller coaster. I love walking, hiking up hills, all that kind of stuff, and being on steep ledges, but you know, whatever. Like that adrenaline I love. But every single time I'm by a ledge or anything, I hear my mum's voice saying, don't get too close, don't do that, stay away. And that's the thoughts, that's the mental chatter, which is confusing because my intuition is like, look at the beautiful view. Like, obviously I'm aware of the danger and all of those kind of things, but it's that voice in the head of being that I know has been conditioned through my mother, sort of thing, of her fears and anxieties. And you can absolutely find the sweet spot between them and know what is the sweet intuition calling to you, and trusting that. And it's real time, I think, to find that stillness within yourself, and you know, be clear on it, what it is that you want. Be clear with yourself and what you want to manifest and what's guiding you forward, and know that that is completely for you. And that love, when it's reciprocated and all of those things, you'll know it. You'll know when that thought comes up. And yeah, with the clarity, as soon as you become clear on what it is and you chuck away anything that doesn't serve you towards this goal or towards this new opportunity when it presents itself, you'll know when you can charge and when is the right moment and when you can cut through, and that's where you are skilled and know that and trust yourself that you will be able to identify and you will be able to jump. So the surprises coming to you is that actually so many opportunities coming to you, and actually it's you fielding it out and realizing what it is that you want. Like, the to-do list may seem long, but actually you can strike off that which you don't want and just relax. If it feels overwhelming that there's so many things coming up to you, you know that you're going to be okay. That actually this is kind of what you wanted in an inadvertent way, like through the star and through manifestation. So, you know, look at the bigger picture. Your bullseye, you know where that is. And sometimes it's that kind of 7 of Cups. There seems to be so many paths and dreams and ambitions and things in front of you, but sometimes some of them won't emotionally fulfill you. So just take that time. But what is meant to find you will find you. Everything that is meant for you, you will not miss out on. So my glorious friends of pile 4, I'm going to leave that reading there for you guys today. I really hope it resonated with you. I hope the advice was useful. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. If you'd like to see me again, please do hit that subscribe button. Until next time, I'm sending so much love. Bye.